I switched my shirt up because it's getting fucking hot outside. Check this out. Paranoid motherfucking individuals. Got another fucking beer. Yep. Got my Timbs on, my all black Timbs on, my super cool zipper dipper pants on. Look, where are the cops now, huh? Literally, I came to this park. Right? And then I was drinking my beer and I was walking around with my dog. And then they all showed up. And then some dude was playing basketball by himself. And then he just stopped, like for some odd reason. There's people here, but they're not gonna bother me when I'm sitting around. But yeah, look. Well, the cops are gone. They just randomly showed up when I'm drinking a beer. Look, they're all gone now. They're all fucking gone. There was 6 of them here. They showed up within 5 fucking minutes of me drinking a beer. It was almost like the universe, because it's like, and then you know, how would they try? Wow. You know, I would just like to explain some things. Like, I pay pretty good attention to my surroundings. So if I see someone who might want to ask me a question, like for money, because I look good, right? So they're like, hey, let me get some money. And it's like, I don't got no money. I'm fucking sleeping on someone's couch. I haven't had a job in 6 years. I have $0 in my bank account, buddy. I'll give you like the last $5 in my wallet, but that's it. But I pay attention to my surroundings and my thoughts. And sometimes your thoughts aren't your thoughts. Sometimes it's your heart speaking to you. Sometimes, you know, people are listening to your heart's beating, and so it sends out like, it's like dolphins communicate. I won't get too deep into communication, but anyways, I'm gonna walk around for a bit and drink my beer. But yeah, you're definitely connected to the ground, dude. The planet, we're all connected somehow, like in this this gigacomputer, this matriarchal society. Okay, you know, people pay attention. People weren't going to tell you the truth, you know, but a lot of people are egotistical. A lot of people, that's just what I've noticed. That's just what I've seen. Like, a lot of people don't really want to tell you the truth, or they don't want to tell you what you want to hear, or they don't want to tell you, you know, what you're supposed to hear. Like, you know, if you sneeze a bunch and someone should bless you, they're not going to tell you it, you know. But which is what they should be telling you, bless you. I don't know if that didn't really make sense now. Just right? Yeah. Okay, it does make sense coming from me. I'm fine. I should stop being insecure. But I don't know why the fuck they showed up. They literally showed up for a minute and then they all just left. I've had instances where I've went somewhere at like the middle of the night and there was a cop car just parked there randomly with its lights on, and then as soon as I went inside, they just left. It's like they want to let me know that they're either watching me or something's going on, which is not, you know. And yeah. So I don't know about the universe sometimes, dude, because it's hard, you know. I don't know about my own thoughts sometimes. If it's my thoughts, if I manifested it, I'm still learning shit. But yeah, it's just kind of funny. Like, I was thinking, like, in Minnesota, how it should be legal to drink in public, like if you have a few beers. But if you're like intoxicated and you had like 10 beers, either if the cops have to bring you home, then you get charged a ticket and you have to pay that ticket, or they throw you in the drunk tank for a night, you know. And then you have to pay like $100 for that thing, or it's just or you don't have to pay if you don't have any money. But like in Japan, you know, you just can't walk around with open bottles, and you know, and then you know, because if cops are going to be watching us all the time, then why not, you know? Like, you can have some beers. There's more recycling cans everywhere. People can recycle more. It would kind of boost things up, you know, because like a lot of people, there's just no reason why you can't be drinking in public, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, one beer is gonna be okay. All right, as this one dude says, we got intruders up here. Okay, see, we got them all the way up there. Intruders. Hopefully they're fine with me drinking a beer though, but they should. But yeah, I was like walking around with my dog drinking a beer. There's people here, and within 15 minutes they just randomly showed up, and then as soon as I was gone, they left. I went to get a coffee. I looked right down back at the park. They were gone, dude. So it's just, It's just kind of weird, man. You know, when you're always being watched and shit like that. Like the cops are just always watching, and they're always just right around the corner and shit like that. You do this, you do that, and they're just like, we're watching you. Ew. See this park around here? I picked up a lot of this shit right here. This right here, it's in my prior videos, you know, and I picked this up, huge logs. I would love to get a chainsaw and get rid of a lot of this nasty brush, but then I sit here and I piled it all up on the sides. I went around this whole park and I did pretty much this whole fucking thing, like a lot of fucking dead brush. And then I called the city up and I said, hey, city, there's a park, blah, 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 blah. But I'm walking around the park, I'm gonna sit here, drink my beer, you know, sit down. I'm on my second Guinness beer. I had 3 yesterday, and at first I was feeling it. Now I'm completely fine, you know. Sometimes when you have a mixed cocktail, I've had my fair share of alcoholic beverages and my fair share of waking up covered in puke, which is not a good thing. If you're ever waking up covered in puke, you definitely overdid yourself. But you know, you get drunk, you drink some drinks, and then you want to get more drunk, and you want to keep going, and you just kind of want to be in party mode. You want to have a whole different atmosphere, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just want to reach the next level. Like, you don't want to feel whatever you're thinking. You don't want to be in your mind anymore. You don't want to feel what you're feeling and shit. I wonder if I should put my hair down, see if I look any more attractive or... Okay. There we go. You know, you just don't want to be in that mindset. I got a big ass forehead. No, I'm fine. I'm just insecure. Wouldn't that be crazy if the cops randomly showed up? I'm 34 years old, walking around a park with no job, haven't had a job in 6 years. Yeah, and also if you watch a couple of my other videos, you'll see that the cops, I really wanted to record myself at Walmart picking up this spam and then recording the cop behind me and then him following me. So look, I don't see anyone getting pulled over, I don't see anyone doing anything illegal. And even if they were, the cops wouldn't really care, you know? This is almost just like, they're like, he's a danger to society, we need to watch him. And I'm kind of just becoming okay with it, actually. Okay, let's see here. There's absolutely no cops. Walked around the whole park. So I didn't manifest any fucking cops. Cool. That's good, because I was drinking a beer, my Guinness beer, right? Guinness, which has 5% alcohol, and then a cop showed up, and that's illegal. 5 squad cars, but I didn't panic. I didn't panic at all, and I didn't get scared, and instead I just put the beer in my fucking pocket, and then I walked away. But what I really wanted to do was, I wanted to go up and ask him, I wanted to go up and be like, hey, what's the big deal, man? What are you guys here for? Because there was one person playing basketball, and he left. And then I was going to throw my can away. Just like right in front of him, you know, just... Whoop. Whoopsie daisies, that's not a can of Guinness. I'm not drinking a can of Guinness by myself. Excuse me. Alright. That's it for my 8-minute rant. Pay attention. You might be being watched. The cops might be watching you. If you're always seeing cops randomly, you might be being watched. That's their job. Their job is to literally watch you and arrest you and harass you. You know, they don't... Because remember, you can beat yourself up, you can beat your own family up, so the cops are kind of useless, man. They've never helped me out, man. And many of the times where I've felt in danger and I wanted to call the cops because I'm like, my dad's crashing out or someone else is crashing out, and you know, you wanted to call the cops, they've never been there, and even if I called them, they would go, oh, sorry, can't do nothing unless I hit you, so... Yeah, that's my rant. Hello. Anyways, I'm gonna go to the other part of the park. That guy who said hello looked like Seth Rogen. I'm gonna go sit down over there, and you know, they've seen this beer in my hand and they ain't doing shit. I'm wearing cologne and I'm looking good. So this is just me ranting and raving. The cops showed up and then they left, so I didn't have to make a video. A part of my thing too is I don't want to make videos. Like, instead of just like making videos and being like, oh look, they're watching me, oh, like no one fucking cares. You notice that? Like, Like, notice that, like, no one's sticking up for each other. Pretty much, we're all just trying to snitch on the ugliness. Look, ugliness exists, guys. Wake up. It's true. It's real. Injustice. There's so much injustice going around, guys. Ugliness, injustice. Look, I made a video. Injustice. It doesn't even matter if you have video proof either. They don't have to play by their own rules, dude. They don't. Anyways, yeah, 10 minutes is good enough. All right, peace out. Thanks for listening to me talk about the fucking cops.